And welcome, dear friends, to the Tuesday edition of Fresh Bread. This is Reverend Phil Anderson here, pastor of Oakland United Methodist Church in Kansas Avenue United Methodist Church here in the capital city of Topeka, Kansas. So glad to have you with us this week. It is Tuesday, June 14th, 2022. And yesterday we started looking at the epistle of Paul to Philemon. And so let's take a look at this reading here. We're going to just kind of go through this a little bit. It's one of these books we don't really get into that much. So it's a very small, short book, about one chapter. And let's see what it says here. So Paul, a prisoner of Jesus Christ, and even though he was in prison in Rome, I'm reading from the study Bible here that I have in front of me, the Expositor Study Bible. We're going through the King James Version today. I love the King James Version. I don't get into it that much. I like to go back into it from time to time. So it's kind of like an old friend I kind of miss talking to. You know, the King James sort of had its own language. And anyway, I hope I can use it a little bit more. I love the King James. I love the way it's worded. And some of the things I believe they say clearer than the newer versions do, honestly. But anyway, just to let you know, this is where most of this material is coming from today. And in this study we'll be doing on Philemon. So again, Paul, a prisoner of Jesus Christ, and even though he's a prisoner in Rome, he was under house arrest as far as we know. Paul concludes himself as being a prisoner of Christ, not of Nero. Paul makes it abundantly clear that the difficulties that he's going through were not just happenstance, and he was not some type of a victim from Roman law that came in and interrupted his mission or his ministry, but rather Paul saw it as a continuation of the ministry and part of the ministry. And I believe a lot of that has to do with just Paul's great outlook on life and how he sees the whole realm of God being involved in every aspect of his life, and how this isn't something that's separated from the rest of his life, but it was part of the things that he was going to go through, and maybe he didn't like it. I doubt that he liked being chained up to somebody else at night. I think he had freedom to walk around the house during the day, but at night he was chained up to a guard. And Paul, I don't think probably liked that. Who would? And yet he was able to see the bright side. He was able to see that this was all part of God's plan for his life. So we'll talk a little bit more about this tomorrow. Hope you come back for more Fresh Bread on Wednesday. Until then, God bless you. Have a great day.